Hey, Brandon. I was wondering, have you noticed anything different with Mullen since he's been called back up specifically at the plate?
I'm just a little bit more confident. A little bit more confident. Love the base hit the other way last night. You know, when Cedric stays above the ball and hits hard line drives, hard ground balls. That's his MO. And a lot of times he gets too big at times and gets the ball up in the air. Bat path gets a little loopy. I feel like when he's pressing, but when he's more relaxed, it's more of a line drive swing. And I just love seeing him on base because he's such a dangerous base runner. So I think it's a little bit more confidence right now. Love the confidence he's playing with defensively as well. Really taking charge in center field, doing a really nice job out there.
Next up, Mark Viviano. Mark, go ahead.
Hey, Brandon. Your second year now of working with a roster that includes some relatively inexperienced players. How do you find your reaction to when there are mistakes, base running or otherwise? And for you, what is the most effective way of addressing what I guess are teachable moments?
Well, yeah, we've made some mistakes so far this year. We made a lot last year. I wasn't real pleased with how we played this last series. To be 100% honest, I thought we played well the series prior, a couple series prior to that, but just made a lot of mental mistakes and did some things defensively that we really need to get better at. The way we have guys, yeah, we do have inexperience. We don't have a ton of veteran position player leadership on our club. So it's really a lot of conversations from the coaching staff to the player about certain things. Today we're meeting on some things that happened this past series. We continue to address daily things that we need to get better at and going over different situations that happen in the game. We have a lot of guys that didn't come through this system, and we've only been here for 2 years too. This is our second year here. So, even though it's the major leagues, a lot of things, haven't been taught up until this point with some of these guys, and we're still in a development mode a lot of times. That's why you see some of the mistakes that you see. Also, with the lack of experience, really kind of comes with lack of confidence, lack of awareness on the field, just because they're still not quite 100% comfortable yet as being a major league player. So sometimes you see the game moves a little too quick. And so we're just trying to slow it down for them, talk through situations the next day. Sometimes at the moment, but usually the next day.
Just a reminder, if you have a question for Brandon, you can go ahead and enter your name in the chat. John Mioli, go ahead.
Brandon, you've talked a lot about all the different players who have improved in a variety of ways this year. Have you seen the improvement that you would have wanted from Dwight Smith Jr. so far?
I think Smitty got off to a decent start. I think he was slowed by getting there late for summer camp. I think that kind of affected his start a little bit, not only offensively but defensively too, and that he just wasn't able to get the live reps necessary prior to the season. He really didn't play any games or only a couple days of live at bats before our opening series in Boston. So it's just kind of tough to catch up. But I think he took a couple of good ABs last night. Hit the ball hard a couple of times, got some big hits for us, and yeah, just going to continue to work with him. And I think that the swing is pretty similar to last year. I'd like to see him use the whole field a little bit more, but I think he's just grinding right now a little bit. I think the lack of summer camp did hurt his start a little bit.
Next up, Rich Dubroff. Rich, go ahead.
Hey, Brandon, you talked about Grichuk yesterday, but occasionally there are guys like that who sort of, do really well against you guys. Mike Brosseau on Tampa Bay is another. What is that about guys like that? Because it's not just one pitcher they're facing.
I think that's common. I don't think that we're the only team that there's certain players that do well against certain teams. I think that there's, that's frustrating from our end because we had a tough time getting Grichuk out. Brosseau has been a thorn in our side last year or so. Gleyber Torres last year wasn't very fun. So I think that they're, I don't know. The guys see the ball good here. Guys are comfortable in their at-bats against us for whatever reason. I've been happy with, I was really happy with how Tommy Malone pitched yesterday. He got beat twice by Grichuk, left giving up 3 runs in 6 innings, in this ballpark with ball carrying. I think that he did a fantastic job. Obviously, he would have liked to make a couple different pitches to Randall there, but didn't happen. So, yeah, I just, certain guys have hurt us over the past year plus, and we're just going to continue to battle.
Quick follow-up from John Mioli. John, go ahead.
Brent, separate topic. Yesterday, there were a couple instances where Santander did it twice, I think, and Cisco once, just squared to bunt. Are those all coming from you, or are these guys trying to bunt for base hits? And I guess generally, what do you think the value of a bunt is in baseball in 2020?
No, those are not from me. Those are from them. That's from them trying to get on base to get a rally started. I'm all for that in the right time. You saw Bryce Harper do it to us a couple times. So even the best power hitters in the game are sacrificing themselves for a single to get on base to get a rally started. And I think that's I'm supporting it. We bunt a lot here, and we bunt early. We have guys that need to bunt for hit. We have guys that need to sacrifice. So we do work on it constantly. Chance and Santander, those last few times that they've attempted, those are trying to get a rally started, get on base, to get the next guy to give the next guy somebody on base for them to hit for. So I like the drag bunt as a rally starter. I like the sacrifice bunt, first and second situation to extend a lead. I think you've seen us do that a couple times. So yeah, the bunt is a part of the game.
Looks like we have one final question from Steve Molesky. Steve, go ahead.
2 quick parts here, Brandon. The first is on options. Is it the same as previous? If you're optioned, you have to stay 10 days unless there's an injury. And the second part is, can a struggling player like Chris Davis go to Bowie to get live at bats? Could that help him? Is that allowed under the rules?
The same option rule. So if you're out of options, you're going to be on waivers. So if you have options left, then you go down to the secondary site for 10 days unless there's an injury. So anybody on our club that's out of options, they're going to be put on the waiver wire.